So what I did in 2012, I already talked about this some. I studied a lot of Italian and really kind of made a huge difference in my Italian. And let me say one more thing about this. This, I think, is deceiving because it looks like it's just one step going all the way up. But really, to me, this is multiplied. Like, I would say that this gap is twice as difficult, or maybe 3 times as difficult as this step right here. And then it's another 2 to 3 times as much that you need to know to move up. And again, this is not anywhere near the same thing as going from a low beginner to a higher beginner. I mean, this is you're eliminating pretty much all the words that you didn't know, and that's crazy. That's thousands of words to get from C1 to C2, and this is just dozens or hundreds of words to get from low beginner to a higher beginner. Anything else? Let's see. Yeah, so at the end of 2011, I would say this is what I looked like. So my language study in 2012, let's talk about that. In January, I did a challenge with my brother, and we studied modern standard Arabic. I would still say I'm maybe an A2, around here. Not great, but around there. I'm putting this coin on here. This is a Japanese yen. This is 50 yen. Goju, kana? Goju, goen. Oops, just 5 yen. Halfway through the year, though, well, maybe a third of the way through the year, I tried to study Egyptian Arabic in addition, because it's just much more useful to me to speak Egyptian Arabic. And that is what is this? 10 pence from, I can't tell if it's England. I think it's England. 10 pence. So the coins just mean this was from 2012. In July, I studied Tagalog. My Tagalog is still really basic. It's not anything special. I like that language a lot. It's really fun. But I would say I'm down here, beginner. Maybe a little bit. It might be better than is it better than my Hindi? I'm not sure. My Hindi's not good, but it might be around there. My German's a little better. Okay. And then in October, November, December, I did the Scandinavian languages, and that was, oh my gosh, so much fun. I had a great time with that. And I would say I'm up here. Let me find some space for this. Move you guys. Swedish and Norwegian, and then Danish under that. How's that? Yeah. This is, what is this? Goju. Goju, eh? This is 50 yen. And this is a, franc. 2 francs. 2 francs from France. And this is $1, a Canadian dollar. I think they call them loonies. Correct me if I'm wrong. So there you go. So the coins sort of mark what I did last year. Oh, and then Italian also. So well, Italian was on a new language, but I moved it up. I'll say up to here. Okay? So that's kind of the state of things. You can still see I have this major divide right here. I don't have a lot of languages that I'm in the middle of. I have languages, I guess Russian, but I have languages that I'm pretty confident in, and then just beginning in a lot. So I wouldn't count these as saying, oh, I speak, 12 languages or whatever it is. I would say I know about them, or I like them, or I have studied them, or something like that. So language goals for 2013. I have had so much fun studying these languages, but the problem is that there's now too many to study all the time. I can't possibly keep up with all of them. When I study, I like to study a good amount, maybe a half hour or an hour at a stretch, and I can only do this late at night after the children go to bed. there's just not that much time, not enough time to do this. I mean, I still want to study more Spanish and more French, and you know how long that takes because I'm at a higher level. So really, what I would like to do, what I'd really like to do, I feel bad about these two pieces right here. So this Japanese piece, I would love to move it up into at least intermediate, maybe even higher. This would take studying a lot of kanji. That's pretty much it. I just need to study more kanji. I'm pretty confident with the first 2 years, maybe first 3 years reading, but of the Joyo kanji. But that's what I need to work on the most. If you don't know, kanji are these symbols that have different readings and are used in combination to make words. Russian also, I just feel bad. Russian was my major. I love Russian. It's awesome, but it would take a lot of work, but I would like to move it up to this level. So this is my goal. I'm talking about my goals now. So I want to move this one up to here. I want to move Japanese up to here. But my biggest goal is really to move my Swedish and my Norwegian up to around here. I would like my Swedish and Norwegian to be very good by the end of 2013. I think I can do this. I have native speakers I can speak to. There's plenty of material that I can find as far as, you know, on the internet. It's easy to find websites and TV shows and that kind of thing in those languages, and not hard for me to get my hands on books either. Danish will naturally just come up with it, but I don't think it'll ever, it'll never be as strong as those two languages. And then my Tagalog also, poor guy. I'd like to move him up to here. I don't really plan to study German, Portuguese, or Hindi this year. If I found someone that spoke Hindi, then who could teach me, then I would love that. But it's probably not going to happen. Now, there is a wild card here. If I have a chance to study Chinese, I will take it. By chance, I mean I could take a class or find a native speaker of Mandarin who has some extra time to work on it. Otherwise, I'm going to take advantage of the native speakers that I do have over here and use my time more in that. So this year, you can see last year in 2012 I had parts of 6 languages. A comment about this, by the way. I write these as 2 different languages. They're on 2 different cards because really the difference between Modern Standard Arabic or Fusha and Egyptian Arabic in the sound and expressions is more different to me than Swedish and Norwegian, or Norwegian and Danish written, not the sound but the writing. These are substantially different, so that's why I've split them apart. So back to Chinese. Wild card, maybe I'll do this, maybe not. I'm going to put this way down here at the bottom in the corner because maybe this might be a 2014 goal instead. Okay, so how do you say X in X? This is just a little bonus thing since I have all these cards all over the place. Let's just do this. Spanish. How do you say Spanish in Spanish? Español. Hablo español, as I speak Spanish. Most of these languages don't capitalize the name. So French is français. Je parle français. Français. Can you see that? Too small. Let's use this. Italian. Italiano. Italiano. Japanese is Nihongo. Nihongo. I'll write it in the Latin alphabet. Nihongo. 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 Russian is Русский язык. Русский язык. Swedish is I'm actually not sure if it's svensk or svenska. I've heard both, but I think svensk is better. Norwegian is norsk, or norsk, norsk, or norsk. And there's bokmål, which is sort of the standard written bookish Norwegian. And then Danish is dansk. Dansk. Tagalog is the same. Ang Tagalog. Magtagalog ka ba? Portuguese is português. Eu não falo português muito bem. German is Deutsch, and I think this is the only other one that uses a capital, Deutsch. Hindi is the coolest one to write. Hindi sounds the same. Arabic is Al-Arabiya. Al-Arabiya. And Egyptian Arabic is almost the same, but you could say Al-Masriya, Al-Lughat Al-Masriya, Al-Arabiya. So I'll just write did I put that on the wrong thing? That should be over here. Masriya. That's ugly, but I think it's correct. Chinese is Chongwen, I think. Chongwen. I think there's different ways to say it. Is that it? We got them all. English is English, by the way. I'll rewrite these to make them a little bit more legible. Français. Español. Alright, so I speak English. Hablo español. Je parle français. Nihongo o hanashimasu. Parlo italiano. Я говорю по-русски, or я говорю русский, я знаю русский язык. Я pratar svensk. I like to say jag snackar norsk. Jag snackar norsk. Jag talar dansk. أنا أتكلم العربية. Magtagalog ako, I think. Eu falo português. Ich kenne Deutsch, I think. And मैं हिंदी बोलता हूँ. Okay, hope you enjoyed this little bonus lesson. How do you say X in X? Thanks for watching.